Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. In this Cane tip of the week, I'm going to talk about training in regular street clothes. Now, at our school, we train in regular street clothes, and sometimes we're wearing just a t-shirt, a logo t-shirt. But I always have my people wear either shorts or jeans, whatever they want to wear. Anything that they're going to want to wear in the street, I would like to see them wear in the class. Now, there are some places that teach cane and they do it by a belt ranking system, and they actually have the dobok or the gis, and that's fine. There are some places that, like YMCA's and all that, they may have a uniform type where they have karate pants and a logo t-shirt, and again, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm a big believer in training also in stuff you're going to wear in the street. Because if you're wearing comfortable clothes while you're training, that's fine, but what if you're out and you're wearing slacks, or you're wearing jeans, or you're wearing shorts that have kind of cargo pockets, similar to what I'm wearing here? Instead of wearing a t-shirt, you may be wearing a button shirt, or you may be wearing a jacket. So the reason you want to train like that is because wear those once in a while when you're training is you might be outside and have to defend yourself, and the last thing you want to do is have your cane get caught up on your clothing. And that's happened to me when I was wearing sweats one time, and it was when I first started training, before I got to where it was second nature for me as I wanted to go into a bayonet strike to turn my horn away from my body. I literally caught it on my pockets because I had baggy pants and I caught it in my pockets. And it obviously stopped me from thrusting, which if that was a self-defense situation, that would have been bad for me. So you might have a horn that has a sharp edge to it, or maybe your horn just has the rounded edge. Either way, it's going to get caught up in clothing if you're not used to training in it. You might be in close maneuvering around with somebody, and all of a sudden it gets caught up in your button shirt or your button jacket. And obviously it's going to slow your technique down. So you want to practice with that in mind. So when you're working out, once in a while, wear some different kind of clothing. Wear something that you're obviously going to wear in the street. Jewelry. You may be wearing a necklace, and you're in close, and all suddenly you're moving around, especially if you have a long necklace, it gets caught up in there. Obviously, we're not worried about breaking our necklace to defend ourselves. But if it's something that might slow you down for just a brief second, same thing with bracelets, especially ladies, if they have big hoop bracelets, and even guys, you don't want nothing that's going to stop you. So you want to practice while you're wearing those. You could have a big watch on. Also, it nicks your watch as you're moving in. It just hits it for a brief second, but it might bounce it off. Rings. When you're training in martial arts, we're not wearing jewelry. All the jewelry comes off. When you're training doing weapons in martial arts, all the jewelry comes off. So when you're holding something, now you got a big, maybe a college ring, high school ring. All suddenly you got this big ring. And if you're not used to maneuvering your cane quickly while you're wearing a ring, it's going to mess you up a bit. When you're walking around town, that's fine. You're walking around and you can move it around once in a while, but practice 5-6 minutes moving it around and see if anything messes you up. So it's a good idea to practice while you're wearing what you naturally would wear in the street. Whether it's jewelry, necklaces, rings, big watches, whether you're wearing long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt, button down shirts, jackets, whether you're wearing shorts, jeans, tactical pants with a bunch of pockets that you may get caught up in. Practice in practical clothing that you're going to wear on the street, and it's going to help your training, because you never know. Let's say you have to wear a suit all the time, but you do use a cane and you got your suit jacket. Well, obviously you're not going to be wherever you're working, swinging your cane, practicing, but at home, take a few minutes, practice a maneuver, practice something while you're wearing your suit. See if your clothes restrict you. You don't have time to take off a jacket when a fight breaks out. It's not like the TV or movies where you see them take off their jacket or pull their shirt off and get into a fight. Doesn't work that way. It may get ripped off you, but you don't have time to do that. You have time simply for striking, defending, and moving. So practice while you're wearing regular street clothes, different kinds of street clothes, and see how well that works for you. And if you're not incorporating that part into your training, you need to. If your school or wherever you're training, if they're not doing it, talk to the instructor quietly to the side, because you always want to be respectful, and ask them, hey, what's it like if we train in regular clothes while we have our canes? They may tell you practice at home, and that's what they may say. If they were smart, they would do it in the classroom. At least if let's say they train 2-3 times a week, or even once a week, once a month they should do a regular street clothing. I mean, I trained in martial arts at one school a long time ago, and once a month we would wear street clothes because it's a lot different than wearing. Also, you're throwing a high kick in your karate pants, and then you put on a pair of jeans. Ooh, they're tight. So yeah, you gotta definitely understand the difference of clothing. So take that opportunity, practice in street clothes, and see how well you do. Gary Hernandez with the King Tip of the Week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.